Camera too close to the chair. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أوصيكم وإياي أولا بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون، كما قال الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وقال الله أيضا: يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به وأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن خير الكلام كلام الله وأحسن حديث حديث محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, all praise due to Allah Rabbul Alameen for His blessing and His mercy. And we all are aware that Eid al-Adha is getting very close. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us the people who are prepared for Eid al-Adha. To all the brothers and sisters, let us begin our day with the morning dua, and also we would like to make a special prayer for Adam Tested, who is has been hospitalized, still in ICU. Let us make a prayer for him. Adam Tested is from Sweden, who always sit on the chair over here when he participate in our Sunday class. He has been a very dear brother, a dear friend and Jama'ah, and also he is one of the headmaster of Idrisi Primary School. May Allah Rabbul Alameen make it easy for him. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma bika asbahna wa bika amsayna wa bika nahya wa bika namut wa ilayka nushur. Bismillahillazi la yadurru ma'asmihi syai'un fil ardi wala fis sama' wa huwa as-sami'ul alim. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi Muhammadin nabiyya. Allahumma zidni ilman nafi'ah wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك وعلى طاعتك خاصة لعدم تسد يا رحمن يا رحيم يا جل الجلال والإكرام. اللهم أدخلنا جنتك وأجرنا من النار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. When somebody is not well, we always make a short prayer by saying Tuhur inshallah la ba's. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive and purify him from whatever sin that he have while he is going through the pain and under treatment. For those who have patience in handling their pain and their sickness, the Prophet promised them Allah will forgive their sin for that. We know that sickness is something that none of us like. We don't like sickness. But when it comes, it's part of Allah's qadar. What we have to do is to have patience and then follow up our patience with tawakkul, dua and tawakkul. We always pray, may Allah strengthen the heart of the believers, especially our brother Adam Tested, and make his mind, his tongue, always remember Allah Rabbul Alameen, like how he used to remember Allah when he was healthy. This is very important. Allah will test us from one level to the next. When you are healthy, the test is different. But when you are sick, there is another level of test. But those who have patience and don't give up hope with Allah Rabbul Alameen and keep on asking Him for the best. Whatever Allah decides is the best for the believer. The Prophet ﷺ said to his ummah that this ummah, the believer, have a very unique character, have a very unique attitude. Something good happened to them, they are always thankful and grateful to Allah. They don't take things for granted. Anything good happen, immediately they praise Allah. They remember Allah first, because everything comes from Allah Rabbul Alameen. And when something bad happened to them, like sickness, pain, then they have sabr. And that's also good for them. By having the right sabr and have faith in Allah, Allah still rewards us for all the pain that we are going through. But in the same time, it reminds all of us who are still healthy to be careful and make use of our health before it's too late. Our Prophet ﷺ reminds us, use 5 things before the other 5 come to you. When you are young, before you get old. Every young people who want to live long, they don't keep on living younger and younger. They will move from young to old. From when you are having a lot of free time before you get very busy, there are times that we have a lot of free time. There are times that we are not working. So we got to utilize, maximize the time, the free time before we get busy. When you are healthy, before you get sick. When you get sick, Even we have to pray, of course, our focus in our prayer is not the same anymore. And also, you must use your health or your wealth before you get poor. When you have money today, don't be stingy, don't be calculative. Don't think that this money is yours. We are just a keeper and the trustees of Allah Rabbul Alamin. The more you have, the more you are ready to give back to Allah before it's too late. A lot of people always say that they have an intention to give. They have an intention to donate. They have intention to contribute, but just intention without following up with action. Then when you die, whatever intention that you have, it's not easy for the living to execute it. Your family member is thinking about their shares now. Their fara'id, their portion, they are not thinking about what you intend to do. And maybe what you intend to do was not been informed to the family members. This is very important. You only can do for the sake of Allah when you are still able, when you are still in control, when you are still alive. When we are dead, then it's too late. And the last one is, use your living before death come to us. We know that everybody will have to go back to Allah sooner or later. The topic that we have been talking about lately and every Sunday is about life in Barzakh. It's just how to get ourselves prepared for our next level, next life. Because we have to go. Al-Barzakh is being informed to us by our Prophet ﷺ. And Allah Rabbul Alamin also reminds us about Al-Barzakh. It's a world that we have to face, and there will be a wall between us and this life, and there will be a wall between us and Al-Akhirah. Meaning, we're in between. We cannot come back to dunya. Neither we are going to Akhirah yet. We are in a waiting zone until the last day take place. Then every single human will be resurrected and will be judged by Allah Almighty. We all know that life is short, and we have been praying very hard for all the people who are in Makkah now. May they have a good Hajj. And we are leaving too on the 7th. I and some of our Jama'ah will be leaving for Hajj. So, class is still on. It will be led by Ustaz Sharif, or somebody will replace us. Yeah? But I'm leaving on this coming Wednesday too. We know that Eid al-Adha means a lot to the believer. This is the biggest Eid compared with Eid al-Fitri. But the way we celebrate Eid al-Fitri is greater here than celebrating Eid al-Adha. This Eid al-Fitri is a smaller festival. Eid al-Adha is the big one, where you have to perform takbirat and tahlil. Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd. From the 9th of Zulhijjah. The 9th of Zulhijjah will fall on this coming Saturday, day of Arafah. That is the time all the Jama'ah who are performing Hajj must be in Arafah. There is no Hajj without Arafah. There is a time millions of people will be praying to Allah, asking for the best. And for those who are not there, you are encouraged to fast. just for one day, the night of Arafah, 1 year of your past sin will be forgiven by Allah. And 1 year, the coming sin also will be forgiven by Allah. That is the significance of fasting just 1 day, day of Arafah. 2 years of sin will be forgiven and erased by Allah Rabbul Alamin. See how loving and kind Allah to us. We have been committing sins every day, from the day we reach the age of baligh, maturity. And until today, we are still committing sin. But Allah is always there to forgive our sin. Just by doing 1 day of fasting in Arafah, 2 years of sins is been forgiven. Allahu Akbar. It is the great ni'mah. Just a brief reminder before I continue with the life in Barzakh. Eid al-Adha, inshaAllah, 8 a.m. That means Eid al-Adha prayer will start at 8 a.m. When? That will be on the coming Sunday. Try to be around by 7:45, because at 8 sharp, prayer will start. How to perform the prayer is very easy. The first raka'at, you have 7 takbirat. The first takbirat is for takbiratul ihram and recite dua iftitah. Continue with 6 more takbirat. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Then the Imam will start to recite Surah Al-Fatiha and other surah. Then they go down, ruku', i'tidal, sujud, and when they are coming up to the second rak'at, one day up, then 5 takbirat. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Then the Imam will recite Fatiha and continue with other surah, and then he will continue the other movement in the prayer. Just 2 rak'at, 7 takbirat first, 5 takbirat second. The difference between Eid Fitri and Eid Adha and Jum'at. Jum'at, khutbah will come first. After khutbah, then prayer will start. For the Eid prayer, the prayer start first. After the Eid prayer, then the khutbah will begin. There is a very important khutbah to remind this ummah how grateful and how thankful we should be, because Allah has appointed all of us as the khairu ummah, the best nation. Eid al-Adha is about sacrifice. The sacrifice that Allah wants from us today is very, very minimum. Very easy. Compare the sacrifice that Allah wants from the prophets. Prophet Abraham, Allah wanted him to sacrifice his beloved son Ismail. He didn't ask for an animal, but for the son. Now Ibrahim was almost near to 100 years old already, having the firstborn Ismail and the secondborn Isaac, Ishaq. Of course, you love your kid, but now Allah tested him. Do you love Allah more, or you love your children more? And Ibrahim passed the test, and he was given the title by Allah, Ibrahim Khalilullah. Alhamdulillah. If not, nobody want to go to Hajj. Because everybody go to Hajj, they must bring their son. And then offer a sacrifice for a son. So every million of children will be killed. But Allah in return just want to test Ibrahim. And then he passed the test, and Allah replaced the son with a sheep. And the best Qurban, of course, started with camel, cow, and sheep. Khadim have launched this project of Qurban, and it will stop. And that means all registration for Qurban will end by Monday. Whoever want to participate, please go online and check with our office. What I'm aware, there are 3 portions for Cambodia. 3 portions, about 400 plus, if I'm not wrong. 460 ringgit per portion for a cow. In Malaysia, 1 cow, 1 share is 600 plus. And you can go into our website and try to see what you can do. And Allah said, فَصَلِّ رَبِّكَ وَانْهَرْ. When Eid al-Adha comes in, you have to pray. And the adab of going for the prayer of Eid al-Adha, you should skip breakfast. Don't have breakfast first. Eid al-Fitri, have breakfast first, then go for prayer. Eid al-Adha, you be hastened. Take a bath, a ghusl, and wear new clothes. For the man, wear all the fragrance that you can, so that you smell good. And then walk towards the praying area. Our Prophet chose these 2 prayers to perform in an open area, not in the mosque, except Masjid Haram. Even in Masjid Nabawi, we have 1,000 rewards, but the Prophet chose to perform Eid prayer in an open area, not in the mosque. Why? Because every woman should participate. Even they can't pray because they have their periods, menses, then they should participate in listening to the sermon. They can do takbir, they can do other ritual, they only cannot pray. But they should participate in the khutbah of Eid al-Adha. The takbir of Eid al-Adha start from the 9th and the 13th of Zulhijjah. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5 days. Takbir for Eid al-Fitri start the night of Eid until Eid prayer khalas. No more takbir. End. But for Eid al-Adha, 5 days. Keep on saying Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahi alhamd. This takbir will be responded by the Hujjaz only after they throw the Jumrat. Before that, they don't make takbir. They have their own talbiyah. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. But they will change it after they throw the Jumrat on the 10th. Then no more talbiyah. Then they change to takbir. For you who are not going to Hajj, you are recommended to fast on the 9th of Zulhijjah, day of Arafah. For those who are performing Hajj, no fasting for them. And you cannot fast on the 10, 11, 12, 13. You cannot fast. Because this is Eid day, Eid al-Adha day. For people who perform Hajj, and they are supposed to make Qurban for Tamatta and Qiran, if there is no animal for them to offer as Qurban, then they have to fast 10 days. 3 days, 11, 12, 13 Zulhijjah, and 7 days when they return home. they can fast. Yeah, so you must understand the differences between the two rules for those who perform Hajj and those who are not performing Hajj. And lastly, brother and sister, this ayah, a very important ayah in the Quran about Qurban. Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alamin. There is the whole meaning of Qurban. Make sure that all our prayer, whether your prayer, the obligatory prayer or optional prayer, all your sacrifices for Aqiqah, for Nazar, for Qurban, Eid al-Adha, all what you do in your life today, wa mahyaya, you're living, you're eating, you're drinking, you're dressing, you're working, whatever you do, your business, and you're dying, wa mamati lillahi rabbil alamin. Remember that is what we have to focus, to check whether whatever we do now, are we doing to please Allah or just to please ourselves? Are you doing this for dunya, or you are making use dunya as a platform for you to reach al-akhirah? Ad-dunya khuliqat lakum walakinnakum khuliqat lil-akhirah. Dunya was created by Allah to serve you, for you to make use of this dunya, to go where? To go to akhirah. There's no more amal in akhirah. Amal only here. Payday, that it will be the payday over there. So don't be misled by this dunya. Dunya is just temporary. Make sure that you really do whatever you have to do in this life to please Allah, so that you will have an eternal life, that you will never regret. This is very important. Up and down in this world is very, very common to the believers. No big deal. Dunya is not everything. I believe all of us have a better life than compared with majority of the people outside who are suffering more than us, but they survive. Because Allah promised His creation, if He created us, if He wants to give us life, He prepare our provision. Nahnu narzuquhum wa iyyakum. We are the one who provide your provision. If there is a life for you, another day to survive, another day's provision is always there. When your time is up, your provision stop. Then you know. And whatever you have is amanah from Allah, brothers and sisters. It's not ours. You have to make use of it. Be humble and prepare for your next life. There is about Qurban. Is to sacrifice everything for the sake of Allah. And in return, Allah will give us Jannah. Is there a good reward? Is Jannah a good reward? Or you want money? Whatever you do for Allah today, you want Allah to pay you in gold. I want in gold, in diamond. Allah can give it to you. When He give it to you here, brothers and sisters, remember, when Allah reward you here, that means there is a sign, nothing for you in Akhirah. Because Allah said in the Quran, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَا يَقُولُ رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا وَمَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنْ خَلَقٍ. There are people who only want all the glitter in this world. They want all the reward here. So Allah said, I will give to you. If that is what you want, I will give it to you. There's no more future for you in Akhirah. Because that's what you want. Everything you do, you are not doing for Allah. You are doing for a hidden agenda. For dunya, Allah give you dunya. وَمَا لَهُ مِنْ خَلَقٍ. Nothing in Akhirah. But the wise person, people who are intelligent, they will say, وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَقُولُ رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. These are the intelligent people. Because they know they are going to live here temporarily, 50 years. Now I think most of us here have passed 50, 70. Most have passed 70, heading towards 80, 80 heading towards 90, 90 heading to 100. I think when you come to 3 digit, I think everybody know that. I think enough. I don't intend to go over 3 digit anymore. Why? Because as you age, there are more problems in your life. The problem is your memory start to fade. Everything is cutting off. Even now also we keep on forgetting. Can you imagine after 20 years to come? Then you know what is dunya. Dunya mean nothing to you at that time. But akhirah is waiting for you if you prepare now. So Qurban sacrifice is not just animal, because Allah did say, because this have been offered by the pagan, they do sacrifice too. But Allah don't accept the animal that they slaughter, and the blood that rush out from the animal will not be valued by Allah. The thing that Allah value most is what is in your heart, the taqwa you have. So the real sacrifice in Islam, other than Qurban and animal, is you are ready to give up what you love most for the sake of Allah. People who are going to Hajj, they love their bedroom, they love their job, they love their garden, they love their house here, they love their family, but they have to leave them for a while and respond to Allah's invitation, Labbaik Allahumma hajjan. Even how much you have paid, you are not going to be like what you at home, no more. Even you paid 100, 200,000 package, you have to stay in the tent. And in the tent, you don't have like all the Dunlop pillow you have at home, no. You have to walk, you have to do tawaf, you will be pushed around. Millions of people will be around you. And there is Hajj. And this year Hajj, they say the heat is going up to 50 plus. Alhamdulillah. Sometimes heat is safer than cold. May Allah make it easy for people who are there now. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept the Hajj of all the forgiveness. Ameen. Brothers and sisters, what page are we in today? Yeah? 102. We are still talking about the topic, the trials, outcome for a non-believer. In life, everything we have to prepare. We want to go to Hajj, you prepare. You want to go to Al-Barzakh, be prepared. Yeah? And these are one-way ticket. Going to Hajj, two-way ticket. You should buy a two-way ticket. After finishing, you have to come home. With what? Zamzam, tamar, no problem. But with the spirit of da'wah, that you are ready to make changes. No more thinking about yourself. It's time to spread the message of Allah. That is the spirit of Hajj. All the Muslims are gathered there, different color, different nation, different level of society. Everybody leave Mecca with one mission: to bring Islam back home, to tell our friend, our neighbor about Islam, so that Islam will keep on spreading like wildfire. And that is how Islam spread in the time of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Today we have failed to do that. We have failed to bring Islam back home. We only bring Zamzam and Tamar and a title, Haji, Hajjah. That's all. Why? Because we were not being reminded. The Prophet reminded his ummah, whoever are present in Arafah, after leaving Arafah, after Hajj, you must convey the message that I convey to all of you. فَيُبَلِّغْ الشَّاهِدُكُمُ الْغَائِبِ, he said, everyone who are present here, you must send the message to those who are not present. Like you are learning something today about Qurban, about Hajj, about Barzakh, whatever you have learned, brother and sister, after leaving this hall, it is your duty to share the knowledge to your loved one, so they also are prepared for the departure. This is very important. We have failed to do that, but may Allah make it easy. Ameen. We are talking about the trial outcome for a non-believer. Let us go back to page 101, Abu Hurairah report. وَيُفْرِحَ لَهُ الْفُرْحَةُ فُرْجَةٌ قِبَلَ الْجَنَّةِ فَيَنْظُرُ إِلَى زَهْرَتِهَا وَمَا فِيهَا فَيُقَالُ لَهُ انظُرْ إِلَى مَا صَرَفَ اللَّهُ عَنْكَ هَذَا مَقْعَدُكَ وَمَا عَدَّ اللَّهُ لَكَ فِيهَا لَوْ أَطَعْتَهُ وَيَزْدَادُ حَسْرَةً وَثُبُورًا ثُمَّ يُفْرَحُ لَهُ فَرْجَةٌ إِلَى النَّارِ فَيَنْظُرُ إِلَيْهَا يَحْتِمُ بَعْضُهَا بَعْضًا فَيُقَالُ هَذَا مَقْعَدُكَ وَمَا عَدَّ اللَّهُ لَكَ فِيهَا فَيَزْدَادُ حَسْرَةً وَثُبُورًا. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam remind us, a door then appear for him, for his a non-believer grave, whether he or she, towards Jannah. And he view its grandeur, all the delights in Jannah, and what pleasure it contained, everything that Allah have created for the people of Jannah. He is told, look at that from which Allah deprived you from. This could be your return, your abode. This could be your place in it. And this is the pleasure that Allah prepared for you had you obey Him. Had you believe in Him, this is what the reward for you. This add to his regret and remorse. Allah is talking to us, it makes us feel so bad. If they don't show you the Jannah, you don't know how Jannah look like. Allah show you Jannah first. He says, you see what I prepared for you? The only thing you have to do before is just to believe in me. But you refuse to believe in me. You refuse to obey me. You think you are great. You think you can buy Jannah? No, Jannah is not for sale. Allah give you free. You just have to do what He wants you to do. Since you refuse and you don't believe something, where got Jannah lah? Jannah here. When you have money, you can buy this, buy that. Jannah. 5-star hotel, everything 5-star, business class. That's my Jannah. Then you get. But then Allah will show you first. See how Jannah is, how great. The river I prepared for you, your room, all the glitters, everything. Then when you look at it, and He said, but you cannot enter. You don't have the right to enter. What can allow us to enter paradise, brother and sister? What qualified us to enter paradise, brother and sister? Please respond. To have Iman. Without Iman, there is no way to go to paradise. Even you're the king of this life, this world, but you have no Iman, you cannot go to paradise. Because the Prophet said, "La tadkhuluna al-jannah hatta tu'minu." Nobody enter paradise until you believe. And belief always follow up with love. وَلَا تُؤْمِنُوا حَتَّى تَحَابُّوا. No one can have a true Iman. You can say, I have Iman. You can say anything. Iman will follow up with love. Your love towards Allah must be there. And to gain Allah's love is so easy. Allah said, "Qul in kuntum tuhibbuna Allah fattabi'uni yuhibbukum Allah." Ya Muhammad, tell the people, if they say they love me, they have to follow you. Just follow the teaching of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah will love you. And that's why we always remind all the good brothers and sisters, don't ignore the teaching of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Don't belittle the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because that is the only way for you to gain the love from Allah Rabbul Alamin. You want to have Hajj Mabrur? The Prophet said, "Khuzu anni manasikakum." You should perform your Hajj. Do your manasik like how I have performed it. That's all. Allahu Akbar. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, this should be your return. This is the pleasure that you should have received from me. But you disobey me. So another opening appeared towards hellfire. And his sea is various sections crushing one another. The burning flame, the boiling water, everything is ready. He is told, this will be your abode. This is where you want to check in. We all want to check in a good hotel. But over there, this is where you have to check in. You don't want to go in, also you have to go in. There's no other way for you to escape. Yeah? And this is what Allah has in store for you. This further add to His regret and remorse. Now, you feel so sad and regret, but it's too late. There is a word the Malay always say, kenapa manusia menyesal kemudian? Why? Why people always regret later? Now I put you through this Q&A for a while. Help me. Between your nafs, remember, between your nafs and your akal, which one was created first? Help me, brothers and sisters. Between the nafs and your akal, which one was created first? Yeah, it's your nafs. Not akal. You cannot think yet. When you're a baby don't think one. When they're hungry, they cry. Then you know they need something. When they are full, they sleep. That is baby. They cannot play around. They cannot move around. You have to carry them. As they grow, their fitra change. So between nafs and aql, nafs was created first. Later on, Allah gives you aql. Okay. The second question. Yeah. What is the first question? The second one, where normally, which faculty that we have in ourselves that we used to think? Do you think with your brain or you think with your heart? Do you think with your brain here or you think with your heart? Yeah? Normally said you think here. But Allah said, Lahum kulubun la yafqahuna biha. I give them the heart, they never use the heart to think. The real place for you to think is the heart. Here is to act, think how to act, but the real decision must come from the heart. That's why when you talk about love, there's a shape there. The shape of a brain or the shape of a heart? Heart. Heart comes first. Then you start to plan, start to think. When you use your brain to think and decide everything from here, that is when manusia selalu menyesal kemudian. You will regret. You must filter with the heart. And that's why the Prophet, Allah fi jasad ibn Adam mudgha idha salaha salaha jasad kullu wa idha fasada fasadat jasad kull Allah wa hiya qalb. Indeed, in the human body there is one piece of flesh. If this is good, everything become good. When this got corrupted and get rotten, everything become negative. What is that? Your heart. And that's why we menyesal. But menyesal here, okay, you can redo. Menyesal that, too late. So may Allah Rabbul Alamin make us people who will not regret. It's time for us to change. Let us look into ourselves. What we have been doing. Are we pleasing Allah? Do we have the right adab towards Allah? Do we love our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? One of the things that you can show is don't forget to do Qurban. And don't forget to participate in the Eid prayer. Yeah? The continuity of the hadith. Then a door is then opened from his grave to hell, and he is hit a blow that can hurt by every creature on earth except human being and jinn. Other than human and jinn, Allah's creation on earth can hear the suffering that you have gone through. You are not yet in Jahannam, you are not yet in hell yet, but there is a punishment in the grave. He is told, go to sleep like a person bitten by insects and snakes. It's just like now you have to rest now. And all this insect and all the poison and it is surrounding you now. The earth is to contract on him. Now the earth that Allah created, we came from the earth. Then Allah is commanding the earth to come closer to our body and crush us into pieces. And it contracts on him until his ribs break. You cannot imagine. Thus his punishment continue therein until Allah raised him from that above. From Alam Kubur, Alam Barzakh, then the time of Qiyamah comes, Allah will raise everyone up. This is the miserable living of which Allah said, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا وَنَحْشُرُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ أَعْمَى. In Surah Taha, verses 1 to 4. Allah will remind us. And this was a reminder of Allah in the Quran. Is there already 1,400 years ago? But we never learn from the Quran. We recite the Quran without understanding. We may have understood the meaning of the Quran, but we don't even act upon it. We don't care. Quran is not just for you to read, but for you to reflect and act upon it before it's too late. And whoever turns away from remembering me, Allah is telling us now, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. Whoever turn away from remembering Allah, meaning you don't care what Allah have remind you, what to do, what not to do, you just don't bother. You just want to do what you want to do. Not what Allah want you to do. Not what the Prophet wants us to do, but what I want to do. What people want me to do. I think a lot of people are doing a lot of things just to please the people. We are doing that every day. We do what we want, what people want us to do, but we are not doing what Allah wants us to do yet. Indeed, he will have a difficult life. Meaning our ending will be very bad. You can have a early good beginning, but your ending that count. And then Allah continue, وَنَحْشُرُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ أَعْمَى. Then Allah, on the resurrection day, when Allah raises us up, we will assemble him blind. Meaning, we was not blind here. We can see, alhamdulillah. All of us who are here can see. But in the day of judgment, if you keep on disobeying Allah, forget what He wants you to do, then in the day of judgment, Allah will raise you up blind. And then we will be shocked. Why you make me blind? I was not blind before. But are we blind, brother and sister? Are we blind? In a way. Not here. Here. I show you one exercise. Very good exercise. If you move around this hall, outside the hall, near the washing area, you see a lot of signs. Notice. What to do? Yeah. Male exit. Use this door. We have a lot of signs. But a lot of people don't see. I was trying to look. Now, what happened to the sign? Whether we have wrote wrongly, that people just don't understand. We said, this dustbin is only for plastic bottle and can bottle. It's written on the trash. But people dump paper, food stuff. I was trying to look into the notice again. Did we wrote it wrongly? Why? We don't care. We have the eye, but we don't use the eye to see and try to understand why. This sign is not there for nothing. We don't put up a sign to make life difficult. We just want to organize things. We want everybody to be organized. This is the place for this. This is the place for that. There is what the sign is. But people just don't bother. In Mecca, if you go into Haram, near to the Kaaba ground floor, and if you are not careful of certain sign, you may know how to go in. But when you are lost with your friend, you don't know how to go out. We have people, my people, who experienced before, who was missing for nearly more than 12 hours. We also said, Alhamdulillah, he's in Makkah, khalas. No? Anything happen, Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Then somebody brought him back almost 2 a.m. From morning until 2 a.m. He was not with us anymore. Yeah. But you see, the people in Makkah also use a lot of common sense. They show you the name of the gate. Gate Khalid, Gate Abdul Aziz, Gate this, gate. And then they put number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They put number. But they realize people may be illiterate. They don't know how to read. They don't know what is written. They don't know even how to read the sign, the number. So they do what? What do they do? How can they help those illiterate people? People who never go to school at all. What is the thing that can make it easy for you to identify? Color. Allahu Akbar. So they got color. Blue, yellow, white, green. They put color. If you still color blind, you are blind. If number blind, is still okay. Yeah, letter you are blind. Problem. Color blind, memang blind. Allahu Akbar. And that's why when we bring our Jama'ah, we alert them. Look. Because we don't know what's going to happen after that. So we have to do what we have to do. Then we meet at this point. Look at this color. You stay there. Anything, we send somebody to look for you. We have to organize ourselves, brothers and sisters. Islam is about adapt, organizing things. You want to pray, you organize yourself. Yeah, everything you do. Yeah. Remember, this ayah is a very powerful ayah. وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا وَنَحْشُرُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ أَقْمًا. And whoever turn away from remembering Allah's command, indeed, he will have a difficult life. And on resurrection day, we will assemble him blind. Then we say, oh, I'm not blind. Why today I'm blind? Yes, you are blind. You read the Quran, but you don't reflect. You understand the meaning, but you don't do it. You are just like a blind man. And that's why I raise you up blind. Aisha radiallahu anha reported, In the continuation of Aisha earlier hadith, the Prophet said, the hadith is all alike, but different people is narrating this hadith. Meaning, the Prophet keep on reminding. When he sees somebody, he reminds somebody. To Aisha, Asma, Asma. From Aisha, as for an evil person, an opening appear in his grave towards Jannah, and he observed it, all the delight, grandeur, and what pleasure it contained. He is to look at that from which Allah deprived you from. Another opening appeared towards the fire, and he observed it, various sections crushing one another. He is told, this will be your final abode. He is then tortured. All the hadith is coming back to the same. Yeah? Asma report is the same meaning. He is told, this will be your place in the fire, and a beast is let loose on him in his grave. Now this hadith add another thing. A beast, what kind of beast only Allah knows, is let loose on him in his grave, holding a whip as thick as a camel rope, with its tip made of a burning coal. The beast beat him with the whip as much as Allah's will, and this beast is deaf, and he cannot hear him so as to show him mercy. Imagine have no eye, no ear. When he on, then he only keep on beating. That's all. Until Allah said stop. Yeah? So many, Allahu Akbar, for you with this, and the door is open towards the hellfire. He, the angel, then strike him with a club, a blow that is heard by all of Allah's creation, except for the two large communities, and that is human and jinn. Why always human and jinn? Human and jinn. And that's why Allah said, وَلَقَدْ زَرَعْنَا لِجَهَنَّمْ كَثِيرٌ مِنَ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسِ. Indeed, hellfire is being prepared, and the people that is going in is only for the jinn and human. Animal don't go to hell. Yeah. And some people say, jinn was created from fire and go into hellfire. Then how can he feel fire and fire? You remember that? Somebody will say, no, it's not right. How can jinn was created from fire and you send him to fire? How can he suffer? He is also from fire. He's going back to his nature. So when this was asked by somebody to a scholar before, the scholar just slapped him. Then he feel the pain. Why you slap me? It's skin and skin what? You shouldn't have feel. How can you feel? My also skin, this your also your skin, your face also skin, my hand also skin, skin and skin. Do you feel pain? Fire and fire. But this fire and that fire is different. It's a different fire. Yeah. Allahu Akbar. Brothers and sisters, life is so short and we still are stubborn. The last report is from Anas, the continuation of Anas' earlier hadith. All this was stated earlier on about the good news for the believer. Now is the bad news for the disbeliever. He, the angel, then hit him, the non-believer, with the iron club between his ears, and he admit a shriek that is heard by all creatures around him except the two large community, human and jinn. May Allah Rabbul Alameen make us people who reflect. Ameen. People who will take the reminder of Allah seriously. before it's too late. Remember, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً دَنْكًا. This word donka, people like to read again and again. It have very close to the sound of donkey. Continual bliss or misery. We saw above that a believer's happiness and a non-believer sadness of misery in Al-Barzakh is a continual kind of situation until Al-Qiyamah. In this section, we discuss specific form of happiness and misery that have been highlighted by our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. And the last hadith I want to share with all of you today is a very popular hadith that I always recite when I was given the amana to do the last ritual at the grave. Yeah. We saw in Al-Barzakh Ibn Azib hadith that a person did materialize in the form of a man who stayed with him in his grave. It will come as a human, yeah, adding to a believer's happiness and to a non-believer's misery. This meaning is emphasized in other hadiths as well. Anas reported that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Yadba'ul mayyitu salasatun, fayarji'u isnani wa yabqa wahid. Yadba'uhu ahluhu wa maluhu wa amaluhu, fayarji ahluhu wa maluhu wa yabqa amaluhu." Three things follow a dead person. When we die, this tree is going to follow us until the grave. Because somebody has to carry you or drive you to the grave. You cannot go to the grave by yourself. So don't be too arrogant. This is my life. My kubur is my kubur. Your kubur, your kubur. You know, we have a saying. You know, you don't have to worry about me. It's my future. You want to pray, you pray. I don't want to pray, don't disturb me. They say, jagalah kubur masing-masing. Now, if he know how to dig his own kubur, okay. His kubur, other people is digging for him. Now he talks so big now. Your kubur, my kubur, my kubur. You dig your own kubur, and you walk into your kubur. And you bury yourself. Can you do that? You die, we have to do everything. But now you're talking so arrogant and so boastful to me. You need each other. Three things will follow the dead person to the grave, and two of them is sure to return. And only one left behind. One will be there with you. The three things is your family, your friend. They will follow you to the grave. They will bring you to the grave. And your wealth, if you have money, you have been given all this star, the medal, this medal, that medal, there are so many medals. Yeah. You'll bring all the medal and display it for a while before they lay down your coffin. And also your deeds. Two will return. Family, after 1 hour, they love you more, 2 hours. Who love you so much, 5 hours. After sunset, nobody love you anymore. Who love you also say, I love myself, man. Bye-bye. Huh? Yeah. When you are alive, we promise under the star, under the moon. No. We live and die together. No. When you die, you stay here together. By yourself. I'm going home. There is reality. All the medal that you brought to the graveyard, you are not going to let it be there. If you let it be there, you know what is going to happen to the medal. It's gone. you are going to bring it back. The only thing that will be loyal to you, will not leave you, is your own deeds. Your deeds, not other people's deeds. So we have to prepare and ask ourselves, have we prepared ourselves with all the righteous deeds? Deed that can save all of us, brothers and sisters, is not just any deeds. There are two kinds of deeds. Amal soleh makbulan, amal toleh mardudan. Righteous deed that follow the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ will be accepted by Allah Rabbul Alam, and they will be with us. And amal toleh, again the sunnah of the Prophet, is just you like to do your way, your way. This is our way. Islam is not your way, my way, is Islamic way. That's all. I always say, yeah, you are buying product, no problem. You want to go causeway, co-way, N-way, anyway, yeah, sunway, moonway, starway, you can use any way. That is dunya. But when it comes to amal, you must follow the way of Allah Rabbul Alameen. Siratul mustaqim. Wa anna sirati, wa anna haza sirati mustaqim, fattabi' wa la tattabi'u subula. Allah says, this is my way, follow, and don't follow other ways. So we are sure to experience this. We have seen that before, brother and sister. Our good friend, our family passed away. We love them. We send them to the grave. We prepare everything. We do what we have to do. But then all of us is going to leave him alone there. Yeah. The dead person family buried him, leave him, and his wealth is distributed to his inheritors. However, it is his deed that accompany him to the grave until the day of judgment. So may Allah Rabbul Alameen make us the people who are intelligent enough to prepare ourselves for our future. People who are not intelligent, they don't care about the future. Today, so-called intelligent people are the worst people. So-called intelligent people create a lot of mischief. A lot of fighting here and there, innocent killing, is because of so-called intelligent advice. Intelligent information caused the war around us. It didn't come from you and me. We are not intelligent people. We only want to live and have peace, and share with each other. We are happy to see everybody is living in peace. They can eat, they can drink, they can walk, they can go shopping. Alhamdulillah. But these intelligent people are crazy people, thinking of destroying others. But who appointed these intelligent people? Who appointed them? You see, they are not intelligent. We appoint them and then they ignore us. They should come and ask us. They should talk to the people. Oh, my people, what do you think? I want to do this. They don't think about that anymore. I don't care what you think. When I want to declare war, I declare war. But war, you are killing people. Is that a good thing to do? Astaghfirullah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us wisdom. Ameen. Deep understanding towards His deen. And inshallah, with the will of Allah, we will continue. Yeah. Not next week. When I'm not around, Wednesday class, because when I'm around, I continue with this book. When I'm not around, my representative will continue with other topic. Now we open for Q&A. Fatafaddal. Any question from the brothers? Question from the sisters? Now, you must pass the mic. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Coming back to what you mentioned earlier, that we have signboards and reminders all over. And people, I don't know whether they ignore them or they're just arrogant. Sometimes we try to remind them nicely, they take offense to that. See the sad part of it. How do we go about reminding them then?
Yeah. When we have remind them, we have all the signs to show them. There are people who still don't respond positively. Are they arrogant? One of the attitude. You want to know whether you have arrogant or not, you look into this. When the sign is there, I don't care. Whatever I want to do, I do. Because the Prophet said, Kibir is batrahaq, reject what is right. Now all the sign is to remind you to do what is right. That's what the sign is. So when you reject that, there is the sign of arrogance. Kibir. The second thing that happened to us when there are all the sciences is that reminder has been given, people just don't care. Allah called them minal ghafilin. Allah said ghafilin. The Penang Kedah people say gaflah. Ghaflah. Allah said the ayat وَلَقَدْ زَرَعْنَا لِجَهَنَّمْ كَثِيرًا مِنَ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسِ لَهُمْ قُلُوبٌ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ بِهَا وَلَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا وَلَهُمْ آذَانٌ لَا يَسْمَعُونَ بِهَا أُولَئِكَ كَالْأَنْعَامِ بَلْ هُمْ أَضَلُّ أُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْغَافِلُونَ. Among these two creations of Allah, jinn and human, I give them the heart, but they never think with their heart. They are heartless people, they don't care. I give them the eye, that they are blind, they don't see. I give them the ear, they don't listen, but they have been listening. We have been talking to them, but they just pretend like they don't hear you. What did Allah say to this kind of people? Intelligent? Wow, you must be very intelligent, no? No, Allah said, Ulaikal kal an'am, they are like cattle. Allah is saying that they are like animals, balhum Allah, worse than the cattle. Even cattle, they will listen. Now you're worse than the cattle. You thought that you're intelligent. You are not intelligent. And then Allah ends by saying, Ulaika humul ghafilun, because they are heedless. They don't care. They just don't bother about what you want them to do. They just want to do what they want to do. That's what happened to the world today. May Allah give guidance to those who are misled. Alhamdulillah. And may Allah open the heart of the people who have not been thinking with their heart. They are just listening to people who are so corrupted and they allow themselves to be corrupted. Naam, Sister Fauzia, pass the mic to the sister. May Allah increase the health of Sister Fauzia too. Yeah, they've been in and out the hospital for her treatment.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I'm asking this question on behalf of my dear sister next to me.
Okay.
She says that people who are not going for the Hajj, what do they do on Arafah day? Because in Arafah, people be making du'as and everything. So what do what do we do when we are...
Yeah, the first thing we also fast. Possible you fast. If you are not having a period, anything, you try to fast and then make dua. Yeah, you also make dua. And the best time for you to make dua is after Asar time, before Maghrib. After Asar, before Maghrib. That is the best time for you to make dua. Yeah? And the Prophet loved all of us to do a lot of extra good deeds. Yeah? Contribution, infaq fi sabilillah, especially to infaq. The spirit of Hajj is about Islam. Islam is about da'wah. And Al-Qadim is launching this for Dhul Hijjah, the da'wah contribution. So you can go into our website and look into that and see what you can do to participate in our da'wah activities. Yeah? Now, that's what we can do, sister. Yeah?
Jazakallah khair.
Alhamdulillah. Any other question? Now, our brother here, Pastor Muslim, belakang.
Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah.
Just now you did mention that if Allah provide us with life, He also promised us provisions. Right? But Allah also said that He promised that this dunya. Is that the reason in general that they are wealthy and have economic prowess?
Yeah, if that is what they want, Allah will give it to them. You see, when Allah gives us more, it never means that He loves you. That means your responsible is increasing. No, He entrusts you with more things and He will question you more. That's why Allah in the Quran said, La tas'alunna yawma izin anin na'im. La tas'alunna yawma izin anin na'im. The day that Allah is going to ask you, the more He gives, the more He asks. You want this? I give. What do you do with them? So of course, it's a test from Allah. Now, you want more, you can get. But remember, the more you have, the more power you have, the more wealth you have more responsibility. Like the Prophet said, and in the Quran also said that, in your property, there are some belong to the poor. You must contribute back. Not all is yours. Like for us as Muslim, at least 2.5% of our wealth don't belong to us. Must be given to the poor and the needy. We are just a keeper, a trustee for our. But when you don't give up, now you have corrupted your property. Now your property is polluted now. That's why Allah said in other ayah, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. Successful are those who keep themselves clean. Their property clean. You know, whatever they do, their intention is very clean. And the one who fail are those who allow themselves to be corrupted. So may Allah subhanahu make us have the right understanding. You can have more. Sahaba, Khadija is very rich. Abu Bakr is also a rich man. Osman was a rich man. Abdurrahman bin Auf, all are rich people. But the richness, that wealth that Allah gives, they never corrupt them. They make use of all that Allah gives them to serve Allah's deen. And that's why these people are special to the extent that Prophet Muhammad SAW mentioned that this group of people are guaranteed by Allah Al-Jannah. There are 10 Sahaba and that the Prophet have mentioned that they are people of paradise. So just not because of their name, because of their iman and their character. Yeah, their generosity, their kindness, their contribution for the deen. So whoever want to be like them just have to follow their lifestyle. Humble, and they are rich, and at the same time they are kind, helpful, caring, and nothing corrupt them. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, that's how we look at life. Yeah. Any other question from the brothers? Okay. So the young.
Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My question is not really related to this topic, but I was wondering how to avoid evil eye and jealousy, because I heard it can also change our fate.
No, nothing can really change your faith. When you have the right faith in Allah, nothing can change that. I mean, you are talking what kind of faith? Qadar? Iman? Iman is not cannot be changed by evil eye. Evil eye just can cause unrest to us. Some sickness, some pain. Yeah, evil eye can cause that. But when you have Iman, as-sadiq, the right Iman, from the beginning, whatever evil eye cannot change your faith anymore. Only you feel restless, you are in pain. Evil eye can do that. Yeah. So how to protect ourselves from evil eye? That's why Allah wants you to be in contact with Him. Why Allah wants you to pray 5 times? Why Allah remind you to remember Him? Why the Prophet taught us the morning prayer, the evening prayer? And why when something people talk good about you, quickly you must say, Alhamdulillah, all praise due to Allah. Use the name of Allah. Don't be taken. Somebody is praising me, man. Me. Always me, you become like a Maggie me. So you must remember, when people praise you, that's why when you have something good, you don't have to show people. No, keep it low profile is better. But people may know it's wrong for people to praise you. No. If you are a good person, but you don't be eaten by that kind of praise. Deep in your heart, Rabbana lakal hamd. All praise belong to Allah. Go back to Allah. Alhamdulillah. By using the name of Allah, it protects you from evil eye. Somebody, Alhamdulillah, they went to the gym. Suddenly you see the body also changed now. Normally you use a dress, normal kind of dress, relax. Now you don't like all the loose one now. You like all the tight one. Why you want the tight? You want to show off your bicep, your tricep. No need. No need. You can say, no. When people walk, wow, you see his body, man. And like a Hercules. Alhamdulillah. No, you say, Hercules, then you shake, you move again your body. Why you do that? It's like people riding a big bike. It's good to have a big bike, no problem. But ride normally, The one that have more problem is like the Harley Davidson. The high metal, They when they come, you must know they are coming already. What do you do that? You want people to know, give way, man. Not just any bike coming. There's a Harley coming. Showing off. I like big bike. But I like my bike, if possible, silent. I move silent, I arrive silently. Oh, that's beautiful. I mean, there's nothing wrong to have all this, but don't show off. Showing off can attract evil eye. Make the dua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La yadurru ma ismi shay'un fil ardi wala fis sama' wa huwa sami'un. Overconfidence also causes a lot of problems. Like people say, oh, you are so intelligent, you are so smart, you get 7 A's, 9 A's. How many A's also? All the knowledge is from Allah. Allah is the one who taught us. It's not me alone. It's Allah's blessing. That protects you from evil eye. Okay? Alhamdulillah. Any last question from the sister? Oh, you have some from the brother here. Pass back to the brother here.
Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Waalaikumsalam
brothers and
warahmatullahi
sisters. My name is Juras Madi. I would like to ask one question. We were born as fitrah.
We are born fitrah. Okay.
We born fitrah. Part of that is we feel guilty when we do something that is contradict to against the fitrah, naturally. To what extent this the guilt feeling actually can guide us to become a better Muslim?
A very important question from the brother. Number one, he reminds us that all of us was born fitra, clean, pure, sinless. This is what the Prophet said, Kullu maulud yulad ala fitra. Then we start to commit sin. We do a lot of mistake. Now, committing sins is sunnatullah. It's part of sunnatullah. Because the Prophet even said that Kullu bani Adam qatta'un khairu qatta'in tawwabun. Every children of Adam reach the age of puberty, baligh, they are sinners. They start to commit sin. But Allah never condemned the sinner. He said, the Prophet said, Allah loved those who sin and he repent. He want to change. We all commit sins. But then we realize, we reflect, and we are changing, and that is good sign. So we cannot feel that, no, to be a good Muslim, that means you cannot commit sin. No, you are going to commit sin. Sometimes there is a reason, the wisdom behind. When we also commit sins, that reminds us not to be judgmental to others. It's a good reminder. If you think I'm Mr. Clean Man, then you see what's going to happen to you. Oh, ni haram, ni haram, ni haram. Why? Because you think you are halal. Everything yours is halal. Everybody become haram. But when you also commit sin, oh, I'm not perfect. So how can I expect perfection from others? There's a good reminder. Actually, there's a wisdom behind that. Yeah? So make us more humble. When somebody commits sin, you cannot be judgmental. Try to think we are not angels too. We also commit sin. So let us help each other. From a major sin, you try to migrate to a minor sin. You see, our Prophet even said, every day, you know, all our organ is committing zina. Our eye commits zina by looking at things that is not good. Our ear exposed to zina by listening to all the bad things. Our tongue commits zina by speaking, yeah, talking bad about people, gossiping, backbiting, lying. Our hand commits zina by touching things that don't belong to you. Our leg commits sin by moving to an area that is going to destroy our iman. We are exposed to this every single day. But for those who always remember Allah, that's why Allah wants us to pray 5 times. Why? To help us to minimize our sin. And that's why the Prophet said, As-salah ila salah muqaffarat bainahuma. From one prayer to the next prayer, whatever sin that we have committed will be erased by Allah. Why? Because Allah knows we are going to sin. And He keep on reminding, pray, pray. And that's why He called us to take wudu. Why? So that the sin of the hand, the sin of the mouth is going to be clean. All are signs that Allah is showing us better. Become better. Try your best. But there are 2 types of sins, major and minor. Don't go to the major one if possible. The worst is shirk. And another type of sin is open sin. You dare to commit a sin openly in front of God without any shyness anymore. There is the worst sin. Some people may commit sin, but secretly, because he has some shyness, he don't do it. And that is considered minor sin. Because if you dare to commit a sin openly, you are sending the wrong signal to other people. If I can do, you also can do. Don't worry. And that is dangerous. And that's why the Prophet said, Kullu ummati mu'afiyah illa al-mujahirin. All my ummah who commit sin will be forgiven by Allah except the mujahirin. Who are the mujahirin? Is a person who commit a sin and he was proud to share his sin with other people. He go online telling people, no, everything he share. No, he can call the reporter and he will tell about his sin he have done last night. Nobody know. Now he telling, how good is last night. I went to Genting last night. I hit the jackpot, man. Wow. You know that is haram. What? Gambling is haram. But you are proud, and then they take a photos. Jackpot winner. What's the name? Name, beautiful name. Omar. Omar, not Omar ibn Khattab, This is Omar. Ali. Ahmad. Beautiful name. But what? Menang lottery. Example. That's bad. That's not good at all. Yeah. So may Allah protect us, brothers and sisters. Please don't forget to pray for us for our journey, and also we'll keep on praying for all of you here. And please remember Adam tested too. We were making a Zohar prayer. Pray for him. May Allah make it easy for him and also for his family. Yeah? And when we are not around, activities will move on like normal. The classes is still on. Yeah? So you can still benefit from others, other speaker, other stars is here. But don't forget, 8 a.m. Yeah, 8 a.m. Sunday. Yeah? Because for Eid al-Adha, recommended to do earlier than Eid al-Fitri. Yeah? And those who are traveling, don't forget the dua. For the travelers, don't forget Allah Rabbul Alameen. Yeah? For whatever we have done or said something that may hurt any one of you, we would like to ask forgiveness. And we hope all of you will keep on supporting all the good activities that we are doing. I think today, after Zohar, around 2:30 to the evening, we have other activities for the young sisters, especially the sisters. Yeah? Now, whatever activity that we are organized, especially for the young one, please send your children. Let them be with us. Let us try to help them. Yeah? Because you can only help them when you are still there with them. Yeah? So send them. We will try our best from our area. And by helping each other, we believe that we can save our children from a lot of fitna that they are going to face in the future. And brothers and sisters, again, on the behalf of Al-Qadim, we'd like to thank all of you who have been very consistent, coming to our classes, be with us. And I forgot, Sister Shad, how is the package, the Spain, everything okay? All more seats, yeah. We have a trip to Spain, yeah, in the month of October, yeah. So this is the sister who is in charge of this, our Spain Islamic tour. So anybody who they have 4 more seats left, yeah. So you can just live with him, and live with the sister, live with her, and then inshallah may Allah make it easy for all of us, and hope to see you all again. And in the future, when I come home, I would like to see you and see you bringing somebody with you, your close one, your children, so that we will grow together. Yeah. And may Allah accept our deeds, forgive all our sins, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us, our country, from further destruction. Amin ya rabbil alamin. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.